Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on June the 3rd, 2021. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So coming up on Thursday, we have a whole bunch of PMI numbers here. So PMI numbers are very, very important, even though they're not marked in red here. They are important because they are precursors for retail sales. So if the purchasing managers are buying supplies and materials, that means they expect to be able to sell those. So that means the retail sales are expected to be higher. So if these numbers come in line with expectations or better than expectations, then we're likely to see both euro and pound go up as a result of that. Now, we do have ADP non-farm payroll numbers, which again, if these numbers come in better than expected, then that usually means that our non-farm payroll, it creates the expectation that non-farm payroll numbers that are coming on Friday would be better than expected as well. So, so these will be important. It will have an impact on the, especially on the stock market here. And then we have PMI numbers for the US dollar or the US as well, which again, it will have more of an impact on the stock market because all eyes are on the businesses getting back to normal, things opening up. So any kind of positive numbers will have a positive impact on the stock market and vice versa. We do have crude oil inventories. We have Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaking, and a couple of Fed members speaking. So again, at this point, we're just looking at what the forward guidance is from the central bankers. If they talk about tightening the monetary policy, that will be good for currencies. If they talk about not tightening the monetary policy, not changing interest rates anytime soon, that would be good for the stock market. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at our charts here. We'll start off with euro dollar here. With euro dollar, we see price dropped. Yesterday we were looking for a drop. It hit the first target and then it pulled back from there. So right now it is looking sideways at the moment. Overall, still trading in a range. This is our range. Price has been trading in, hasn't really been able to do much. So at this point, we see a rejection. So in this case, I will look for a bit of a move higher towards 1.2225, which is the high of the day. So if it holds below that level, we could still see a drop. But once we go through the resistance level here, we're looking at 1.2260 as the next target. So right now, bias is neutral. It all depends on the high of today, which is 1.2225. If it holds below, then we're looking for a move lower. If it goes through, we will look for price to go all the way into the highs. So for now, this is neutral. Pound dollar here, pound dollar hasn't really done a whole lot. It's still trading in a range. It didn't quite hit the support level that I was looking for. It fell about 10 pips shy of that, but it bounced back up. So overall, this is still trading in a range. Right now, it is into resistance, but it's not a major resistance. So we will have to see how it goes. But again, I'm expecting a move between 1.4235 and 1.4100. So still expecting price to trade in a range. So bias here is neutral. Aussie dollar, this is another one that has been stuck in a range. It did drop a bit. It went into resistance, so hasn't really done a whole lot at this point. Overall, price is trading within this range here. It's been sideways for a long time. So right now, completely neutral on this one here as well. So expecting a move, basically expecting it to stay between 0.77 and then 0.78. So it's about in a 100 pip range, and I'm expecting it to stay within this range. New Zealand dollar, this one did move lower. Now it hit our first target here, but price is into support. So we have to be careful here. Bearish bias for this one, if it's able to get through the support here, because price has struggled here. So we're looking for a drop after it goes through the support. But the challenge is last time I was here, it bounced up. So we could see something like that. So this is where we need to be careful. So bias for New Zealand dollar is bearish. Again, watch out for 0.7215 level. Once it gets through this, next target here is 0.7150. So bias is bearish here, and 0.7150 will be our target for New Zealand dollar. Next one here, dollar CAD. This one's still within a range. It did drop, but it hasn't been able to break through the support just yet. So bearish bias here. We do need to see a break through the support for a continuation move to the downside. And this is where twice a price has rejected this level. So watch out for this support. Right now, I would say bearish bias with caution though. Next target is 1.1920. All right, let's take a look at our commodities here. Silver dropped a bit, but then it has bounced off. So this is looking bullish now. It's right into resistance though. So do be careful with this one because we could see things turn around. But for now, neutral to bullish bias, and it's holding above this previous swing level now, and which means we could see price go all the way into yesterday's high. So right now, neutral to bullish bias here, and target is 28.50, and this is where we may see it struggle. So either it could do one of these, or it may go all the way into this, and then we may see things turn around. So bias here is neutral to bullish for silver. Gold here still trading in a range. We did see that push up, but it is into resistance at the moment. So with this one, same thing. If price is able to go through the resistance, only then we will target the next level. But for now, though, bias is neutral here for neutral to slightly bullish, because this one is holding above this previous support resistance level, which does give it a bit of a bullish bias. But the problem is we're right into resistance. So we'll have to watch this 1910 level. If it holds below it, then we're looking for a move back towards the support level here. Otherwise, we will target higher levels. So next level here will be 1917, neutral bias for neutral to slightly bullish bias for gold. Oil here, oil is looking good, looking bullish here. Price broke through this resistance and held above this. Now, it hasn't broken yesterday's high though, but overall bias is bullish, and next target here is 70. So bullish bias for oil. Copper here, copper dropped as expected, but it's into support here. So we have to be careful. Price has reacted at this level previously. So at this point, looking for a drop through the support level and then for a continuation into 4.45. So bias is neutral to bearish here. Bitcoin is still holding sideways here. It's still holding above the support level, but hasn't made much of a move. So at this point, we could see a move towards 39,150, but this is where it may come back into the support, come back into the range here. So neutral bias still, looking for a move between 13,000 to 33,800. So neutral bias for Bitcoin here. S&P 500 stuck in a very, very narrow range. So still neutral here. And at this point, we do need to see a break either through the high or through the support for this one to continue. So neutral bias, if it goes through the resistance, then we'll target the high. But if it goes through this, but what could happen is this one here. But in that case, it would have to go through the support level. This is very, very small, very, very narrow range. It's really getting condensed, which means when the break happens, it could really shoot out. So watch out for that behavior when price coils or it compresses so much, it can really shoot out. So just keep that in mind. Right now, bias is neutral here. Nasdaq here, Nasdaq also looking neutral. It's stuck in a very narrow range again. At this point, price went into the support, bounced off. We may see it go into the resistance, and then it may bounce back into the range again. So because of this narrow range, once we get a break, it's going to be a strong break. What we don't know at this point is it going to be a continuation here, or is it going to reverse? So we have to wait. But right now, this is neutral, and I'm looking for a move towards 13,750. And with Dow Jones as well, this is really compressing here. Very, very small move, like it barely moved all day or over the last few days. Sorry about that. My puppy here wants to go out because he can see the kids outside. Okay, so let's wrap up. So in this one here, bias is neutral. We could see if it breaks through the resistance here, we could see it go all the way into the top there. So again, price is coiling so much or compressing so much that we could see a big break. So right now, bias is neutral, just expecting a small move here, but I would keep the high in mind here as well. So neutral bias here for Dow Jones as well. DAX did go into the target there. Now it bounced off of that level, so this makes it neutral here. Actually, doesn't look like my chart has updated. Okay, so we will leave that one. This looks old. For some reason, my charts have not updated here. No, this one's updated. Okay. So Nikkei here, Nikkei is still sideways. It is bouncing off of the support level. Now, with this one here, I would look for a move back into the resistance here and something like that. So basically, we are range bound with this one as well. I'm looking for a move back towards 29,120. So neutral bias for Nikkei as well. So it looks like everything is in a waiting mode. And this is why the yen crosses are waiting as well, because so this one is neutral as well, basically. So it's just, we're just waiting. So that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.